All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Appreciate it as always. Today we're going to be pretty short and fast with the midweek report. So let's get started with the 5x5s. Base Bunny, Stacy, Mr. Landfill, thank you for the 5x5s. Let's see. Stifler's mom, Ozark, Andy, Raccoon, Loretta, Maria Jackson, Mitch, Bucky, Tony, thank you for the 5x5. Yvonne, Sarita, thank you for the 5x5. Hey, what the hey is going on around here? All right. Thank you, guys. Props, thank you for the 5x5. So apparently it snowed some more. Not a lot, but enough that schools, I think, in the city and here are flipping out and kids are out of school once again. But yeah, it wasn't that much snow, but I guess it was enough for a lot of the counties and towns to, you know, be done with school. So, nice. All right. All right. So, anyway, guys, with that, first thing to report the alcohol industry. Apparently, the alcohol industry right now is on some kind of a blitz campaign to, I guess, get more people to become drunks. I'm not sure. Gen Z, right, this generation of kids that are out drinking or supposed to be out drinking, however you want to look at it, they are not drinking, and the alcohol industry is taking, if I'm not mistaken, a few $100 million to $1 billion hit in the what you call it, in the alcohol industry. So I find that to be interesting. That they and the thing is that alcohol inherently is bad. It's just it is what it is. It's not great for drinkers. It's not great for the brain. We're not supposed to be touching that crap. But nonetheless, and don't get me wrong, I was a big whiskey guy, right? Huge whiskey fan, and not anymore, right? I don't drink it anymore. So Loretta, Maria Jackson, Bucky, Tony, Yvonne. I think I said this right. Thank you for the 5x5. Props, Ken, Krista. Thank you for the 5x5. All right. I don't even know what's going on in Rumble right now. Let me check over there real quick. So that's one thing I find interesting, and I'm wondering right now what's going to be the campaign blitz for drinking. You know, like how they're gonna campaign more people to drink alcohol. I would find that's what I'm finding interesting. You know, like cigarettes, they went on a blitz. They started the Joe Camel. They started the Marlboro Man, and even now they got people addicted to it, so they don't have to. There's no ads. At least I don't see ads anymore. I think it's illegal. I might add. You don't see them on the internet anymore. So, but yet somehow tobacco is still holding its own. Right? They definitely took a hit with no with a lot of the ads that they couldn't do anymore. But anyway, so let's report this first one. I found this story to be interesting because when it caught my eye, I was like, 24 years. So this mother decided 24 years ago that she was going to vanish and just ditch her family. And they found her, right? So North Carolina mom of three who vanished more than 2 decades ago ditched her family because of ongoing domestic issues. Now, ongoing domestic issues, guys, is a bullshit excuse or reason. It's something that people that are looking for an excuse use some nonsense. It probably means she was just fighting with her husband at the time and she ditched her kids. Anyway, Michelle Lynn Huntley Smith, then 38 when she disappeared in December of 2001, after leaving her home in Eden to supposedly go Christmas shopping at a Kmart in Virginia. Kmart for Christmas shopping. All right, whatever. Kmart, it used to be, it was like a smaller Walmart. I think Walmart won the battle. Bitter beer face, yeah. Yeah, I guess it's a lot quieter here. Maybe that's what it is. All right, I'm in CT, so it's. I guess that's what it is, or maybe it's the mic. I'm using a new mic, so there is that. Anyway, uh, let me just say there's no allegations of any foul play regarding her leaving. This is Rockland County. Oh, sorry, Rockingham County Sheriff Sam Page. She said she left due to ongoing domestic issues at the time. Page did not give specifics about domestic issues. Again, that's why it's bullshit. Normally, when it's a domestic problem, like he was beating me, or diddling me, then they say that. But domestic issues is just a bullshit reasoning. So again, another woman not taking accountability for her lack of bullshit. Let's see. She did not disclose her domestic issues, but said the sheriff's office had no records of domestic incidents in the household at that time. Smith's troubling disappearance prompted multiple agencies across the North Carolina and Virginia states, including the FBI, to search for her countless hours and pursue multiple investigative leads at the time. The missing person flyer distributed at the time said she should be considered endangered and she would not leave her kids by choice. Interesting. Smith was found alive and well at a undisclosed location in North Carolina on Friday after officers received a tip. Her family had been notified that she was found. Farm Girl, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. In a lengthy statement posted on Facebook on Sunday, one of the Smith's shocked children wrote, These last couple days have been a whirlwind of emotion. I'm going to tell you right now, I can guarantee you those kids hate their mother. If she didn't have a valid reason, like if she wasn't a secret agent like The Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis, or she had that was a memory issue, or she was being, diddled or beaten by her husband, like sleeping with the enemy. If it didn't fit any of those criteria, there's no reason. And I think people are going to be looking for an answer from this lady. All right. So I will have a relationship once more with my mom. Honestly, I can't answer that because I don't even know. My initial reaction would have been yes, absolutely. But then think of all of the hurt. But even then, my mom is only human, just as all of us are. There's no excuse for it. Really isn't. But this kid's trying to lay the ground for the possibility of it being a relationship. Whatever. Anyway, if there's any more update on it, which there should be an interview by Oprah coming soon from this, I guarantee you, they're going to throw money at this lady to do an interview. Maybe she's sitting on that. Who knows? But this is definitely something I'm going to follow just to hear her excuse. Maybe she got tired of the crying kids. Maybe the crying kids drove her to, bounce. I don't know. Anyway, guys, Bill Gates. This Bill Gates, Jeffrey Epstein stuff is unfolding. In fact, there were pictures of what's his name, the cripple, Stephen Hawkins. They had pictures of him with ladies in bikinis. Now, not for nothing, guys. The photo of Stephen Hawkins with the bikini ladies, that doesn't mean much. What was he gonna do? I mean, the guy couldn't type correctly, right? He had to use the eye thing to talk. What threat is that man? These are two, ladies in a bikini posing around him with, it looked like tropical drinks. So people bring it up. I'm like, dude, he's in a chair. What is he like? Suck my dick, bitch, whore, bitch. So, like, what is he gonna do? It's so to bring that up, it's almost comical. I mean, again, this guy, what is he gonna drool on their vaginas? And he's all fucked up. He can't do anything with it. I mean, maybe they shake their their breast in front. I don't know, whatever. But there's a non-factor there. The guy can't do anything. Anyway, all that to say is that you're gonna see more pictures of shit like that. And again, he's all fucked up, man. He can't do anything with it, and they can't. And it's not like those ladies want to do anything with him anyway. That at that point, he's just laying there and shit. That's abuse if you do anything to this man. So yeah, but with Bill Gates, more shit's coming out. And again, guys, what was it? 3 million pages, and supposedly there's another group of files that they do not want to release. And I'm not talking about the 9/11 files, right? Apparently, between 1999 and 2002, a lot of the 9/11 files and anything related to 9/11 has been not even redacted, but pulled, Right. So those files come out. I think the world should burn. That's just my opinion, because that means they caused over 3,000 something people's lives just so that a tiny hat can get their way. Yeah, Hawkins died a while ago, and he's not alive anymore. That shit probably gave him a heart attack. Imagine the first time in your life, you see ass, and you're all like in the chair, like I can't do shit. Like you can't. This, and then your heart's pounding because you're like, oh my god, they're so beautiful. What do I do? Like he can't function that way. Anyway, this Bill Gates shit is apparently getting pretty good, and I could see him stepping down from whatever position he's doing now, fake scientist or fake doctor, whatever his advisory roles are. He's probably gonna have to step down at some point. So anyway, Bill Gates admits he had two affairs with Russian women, apologized to staff over Epstein ties. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates has admitted that he had two affairs with Russian women while married to his now ex-wife Melinda French Gates, and issued a groveling apology from his links with convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Gates, now 70, told staffers at his foundation on Tuesday that he flew on a private plane with disgraced financier and spent time with him in the U.S. and abroad, but didn't participate in any crimes. Yeah, okay. Listen, granted, you knew about the crimes. That's the thing. They could sit there, guys, all day. They could sit there all day and be like, well, I didn't take part in any of the crimes. You know what this man is capable of, right? Again, anybody in that world knows what he's capable of. Everybody in the acting world or Hollywood knew what Jeff Weinstein was capable of. To sit there and go, I didn't participate in any illegal activities, doesn't make you fucking innocent. It just means that you watched some shit, but you didn't take part of it. That's like watching your buddies deal drugs. You're complicit in their action because you watched them do it. And then, granted that I don't think selling people out for, selling drugs matters at that point. But when you're watching grown men diddle kids and you don't say anything, or at the very least, you hear of this talk and you still hang out with them, that makes you absolutely 100% guilty in the entire grand scheme of what's going on. Anyway, let's see. What else bullshit did he say? Oh, I did nothing illicit. I saw nothing illicit. Yeah, right, said Bill Gates at his town hall meeting. To be clear, I never spent any time with victims. Gates first met Epstein in 2011, which was after the financier Florida conviction was procuring a child for prostitution. This is afterwards. So he knowingly hung out with Epstein after the fact he was, diddling kids. Anyway, this seemingly ignored the concern raised by French Gates, or Melinda Gates, excuse me. I don't know why that's the second time I've seen that. Anyway, billionaire was also denied wrongdoing over his Epstein link, but came clean about alleged affairs during his time with French Gates, again, who filed for divorce in 2021, ending their 27-year marriage. She found out some shit, and she kept her mouth shut. But now that the files are coming out, I am hearing that she is not denying a lot of the reasons why she divorced him. So that's a good thing. Epstein had previously threatened Gates over the affair with Russian bridge player Mia Anatova, which was previously reported by the outlet, The Post. Epstein met Anatova, while financial backers for a bridge academy before he paid her to attend a software coding school. Gates met Anatova in 2010 in a tournament where they were playing in. In 2013, July 4th, email of Boris Nokolik, Gates' chief advisor for science and technology. Epstein named two women with whom he allegedly had an affair with. The pedophile claimed the woman risked becoming overnight sensation. Bill Gates risks going from richest man to biggest hypocrite, Melinda Gates, Melinda, a laughingstock, pledged will disappear as a result. Weeks later, yada yada yada, resignation, sent the resignation email. Just weeks later, Epstein sent a resignation letter to himself in which he seemed to be writing to Nokolik. During the past week, I have been caught up in several marital disputes between Melinda and Bill. This is coming from, this is coming from Epstein. Excuse me. No, Nokolik. Excuse me. Nokolik claimed the emails were not written on his behalf nor at his request. So basically, what he's trying to do is this is Gates now. Gates is trying to mitigate his involvement with Epstein by at the very least admitting that he was cheating, so that that's less of a hate campaign on him. And he's trying to dull the blow, if you will. That's wild. I just got notification that I'm on Rumble. But anyway, so again, guys, this Epstein stuff is going to get a little more exciting, but it's not involving the people. Though, listen, Bill Gates, we definitely want to be seen thrown under the bus for what he did, for what he continues to do, for the things he keeps trying to meddle in. I would absolutely like to see this man go down in flames. But we need the heavy hitters to go down in flames. We need the President of the United States, for example. Presidents, plural, of the United States to go down for this. Bush, Obama was apparently mentioned in there, but not at any bad capacity. Mike was mentioned in there, or Michelle Obama, excuse me, she was mentioned in there. But we need the heavy hitters to go down in flames. That's what we need. The fact that there's so many questionable, and there was another affidavits in the Epstein file from a lady who said she saw Trump. So there's two. There's one from a 14-year-old, and there's one from a lady who said she's seen him, another affidavit, meddle around with underage girls. She did admit she didn't see him have sex with them, but she did see them have inappropriate touching and stuff like that. So, again, that's another affidavit that popped up that the media is ignoring, but it's all over the internet. This is inherently bad when you start ignoring shit like this, right? And then even Bill Gates is trying to dance around it. But I find it interesting. Anyway, like I said, guys, I'm going to keep this at 20 minutes. Nothing. Oh, by the way, the ocean current, is collapsing yet again. They moved the timeline. The ocean was supposed to be collapsing in the next 4 years, right? 2030 was supposed to see a total collapse. Now they're saying the stream in the ocean is going to collapse anywhere between 2040 to 2060. They keep moving that timeline around. It's insanity. But anyway, they said if that happens, that's going to be an all catastrophic event. I will do a video on what that would look like. The shutdown of the North Atlantic Stream, right? If that shuts down, the chaos that would ensue. They said that humanity would not cease to exist, but a lot of humanity would be wiped out. They've been telling us this shit since we were kids. Anyway, that being said, if I'm not mistaken, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival is going to have a We're All Gonna Die Wednesday later tonight. So tune in for that. Thank you guys again for joining me. I should be on tomorrow night for my doubleheader as well. Outside of that, man, thank you for joining me as always. I'm going to keep these midweek reports short and to the point, right? A lot less fluff and bullshit, not like my hour-long live streams. Again, Farm Girl, thank you for the donations. Guys, thank you for watching. And yeah, man, see you guys tomorrow for the doubleheader. Thank you.